Welcome to the podcast by Amata. I'm your host, Joe Amata, and today we're talking a new subject today, and it is time sharing. And who other than to talk about this than one of the best in the business? Please welcome to the show, Becky Farias. How you doing, Becky?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Good. Thank you for coming on. Why don't you tell the audience, the listeners, a little bit about yourself and how you came about doing this?
Sure. So I started in timeshare about 15 years ago. I'm an immigrant from Brazil, started from nothing, came to this country 16 years ago, $200 in my pocket, and just hustled a lot and learned a lot and did not accept anything other than if I had to continue to learn and improve in order to get better in my craft, that's what I was going to do.
All right, great.
So here I am.
Great. So you are definitely living the American dream then.
I would say so. I wouldn't say that I have achieved any pinnacle because I believe that there's always room for improvement, and I still don't believe that I'm living at my fullest potential. I believe that anyone that believes that they are already at their fullest potential, maybe they shouldn't be here anymore.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, I do extremely well in my industry. I'm in the top 1% of a very, very intense type of sales industry. And, if I can do it, I believe that anyone can. So that's my whole goal in life is to be able to give back and inspire others that it takes willpower, it takes the right mindset. And once all of that is established, if you are able to back it up with the right technique, then everything comes together.
All right, great to hear. Okay, what do you find most rewarding about being involved in the time sharing sales?
What I find most rewarding is because obviously it is a sales job, right?
Right.
So ultimately, yes, it is sales. It is stressful. There are quotas, and but with a lot of risk comes a lot of reward. Meaning that you get to be able to make an extremely comfortable living if you're good at it. So obviously the commission structure and knowing that you're able to impact other people's lives. Sometimes depending on the people that you have in front of you, you're able to not only improve your financial situation because you are making the sale, but also looking at the client's point of view. I mean, you're changing their lives too. You are saving marriages. You are helping families connect again. You are being able to help them add additional experiences as opposed to stuff in their life. So that's another cool thing about the industry, that basically if you look at it on the aspect of what is it that you're actually giving back and doing for the person in front of you, then it gives you a huge sense of fulfillment based on what you're doing every day.
Okay. And with your expertise in sales, what do you think is the most important skill in succeeding in sales, whether it's timeshare or anything else?
Did you ask me what's the most important skill?
Yes. What do you think the most important skill would be?
I believe that it all starts with the right mindset. I have seen over and over and over again in any sales industry, got to be very, very careful. Whose advice you are listening to, who are you surrounded by? Conversations in the break room or conversations from somebody that just came back from a tour and they had a terrible tour. Just people that are negative. You definitely want to stay away from them. Surround yourself by winners and continue to learn and improve and read and listen to motivational videos or anything that gets your mind pushing forward. I would say it's important for you to be able to have the right mindset. Then obviously continue education. I have seen also over and over again, people tend to just go through their 2-week training or 3-week training from their resort, and they never look at any other way to improve their craft, improve their technique. And the difference between the people that are in the top echelon and the ones that are not is because they seek outside of their resort training. So they are reading techniques based on sales books. They are going to seminars. They are going to conferences. They are investing thousands of dollars on an annual basis on continuing to improve what it's going to give them the livelihood that they want for themselves and their families.
Okay, great. And is there like is there a set type of salary that someone needs to have? I mean, can the average Joe with the average income buy a timeshare?
That's an interesting question. And because of my experience on marketing for the timeshare sales industry, I mean, you do need to have pre-qualified guests in order to have that person in front of you. They need to have some kind of wherewithal. So I would say the unemployed, no, they probably wouldn't be a good candidate.
Right. Okay.
Because they have to take care of their own, how they're going to make ends meet.
Right.
But depending on the resort, there are resorts that are lower end, starting at $35,000 annual gross income. And there are resorts that are higher end that require $100,000 as a minimum on an annual basis to be able to even tour their facilities. So it just depends on the product. It's almost like, it's almost like buying a car. You are going to have a different clientele if you are buying a Kia or if you are buying a Rolls Royce.
Right.
So, and because on a timeshare sales presentation, there's a lot of investment to be able to capture the client to go to sit through the sales presentation. There's some kind of gift that is given. It's basically, I'm going to buy your time with X so you can give me 90 minutes of your life, listen to what we have to say. You don't have to buy anything. We're just going to show you the benefits. If it's for you, great. If it's not, it's okay too. But there is cost involved. So yes, there's a minimum that on a marketing standpoint, they want to make sure that there is some type of minimum standard based on the price point of the product that they're showing you.
Okay. And what are the benefits of getting involved in a timeshare as opposed to running a hotel or a condo in a certain city?
Two separate questions. So if somebody that is already traveling, and let's say the difference between the person that buys the condo and the person that rents a hotel, the renter typically likes to go to different locations every year, or sometimes some repeat locations, but still want to experience variety. The person that buys the condo, they know that that's a location that they like, and they want to continue to go back to that location every year, maybe multiple times a year, right?
Okay.
So for the condo buyer, somebody that's thinking about buying a second home and go to the beach, maybe they only have about 1 month, 2 months available out of the year to be able to use that condo. And rather than actually paying for the entire usage of the condo that they would only use a fraction of the time, the idea of buying a timeshare is so rather than actually buying the entire time, you're only buying what you're going to use. So you experience the same luxurious 1, 2, 3 bedroom stay, beautiful location right on the ocean. But rather than paying for the entire amount of what it would cost to buy that condo, you only pay for a fraction of what you're actually going to use. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes it does.
Okay.
Okay.
And then for the renter, so there's always the idea of, it's the continuing to, if you are going to pay for a bill, if you are going to spend the money anyway, why not reinvest that same exact money and put it towards something that it's going to be paid off? And by the time that you have it paid off, then all you are doing is you're paying a fraction of what it would cost you a lifetime to be able to maintain that same lifestyle. And you can still have the ability to travel anywhere worldwide. The difference is that instead of continuing to pay for that bill year after year after year, and walking out with receipts, you actually end up with a deed of something that you're going to own and be able to pass it down towards your generations to come.
Okay.
Those are the differences.
Okay. All right. Some great info there. Where can people, if they want to contact you, where can they find you?
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm having trouble hearing you.
Okay. If someone wanted to contact you, follow you on social media, whatnot, where can they locate you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So you can follow me on, add me on Facebook, and my Facebook is Becky Farias, just like my name. I do have a public page as well, but I notice that people like to basically just follow you on your personal page. I think that they feel more connected to you. And I'm also on Periscope, and my Periscope is www.periscope.tv/Becky Farias1. And I do a lot of live broadcasts on Periscope that basically talking about how to get the right mindset, how to get the right winner attitude, some of the things that you, as far as a winner, as a top 1%er, to do when it comes to getting the right mentality. And also I give a lot of sales strategies, techniques, closing techniques, overcoming objections, sales process, everything related to what is necessary to become a winner in any sales industry.
Yes, and Periscope is it's a wonderful app. That's how we came across on Periscope. So everyone download Periscope. You can look for Becky. Becky, I want to thank you for joining us today. And you gave out some great information on timeshares, and hopefully we'll get to talk soon.
Very good. Thank you so much for having me. Folks, you have a wonderful day. Let me know if I can help with anything in the future, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, everyone, that was Becky Farias, Timeshare Queen. She gave out a lot of information today, and please find her on social media. And thank you for listening to the podcast by Mata, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody.